ship was the belly of tea. The winds blew hard, her bow did down. Oh, blow me, bully boys, blow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. She had not been 2 weeks from shore when down on her a right whale bore. The captain called all hands and swore he'd take that whale in tow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Before the boat had hit the water, the whale's tail came up and caught her. All hands to the side, harpooned and fought her when she dived down low. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. No line was cut, no whale was freed, and the captain's mind was not on greed, but he belonged to the whaleman's creed. She took that ship in tow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go.
Hello! Welcome to Luck Check. Hopefully whoever is here can hear me and everything's working perfectly the first try. I've never done this before, so I don't know exactly what I'm doing. Thank you so much, everyone, for turning up. Love to have you. I'm a bit loud. That's perfect. I can turn myself down. That kind of input is what I need. I'm going to turn this music down a little bit, too. And we're going to love that. Everything's going to be great. Joining me today, first off, let me introduce myself. Excuse me. My name is Johnny. I'm one of the co-hosts of Luck Check. Usually there's two of us, the other one being Tovi, but he can't make it today because he ran away. We will see him again, should be next week, I believe. But yeah, great to be here. Great to have everyone here. Joining us today is going to be my dear partner, Alex.
Hello. Like he said, my name's Alex. I use they, them pronouns, and I'm playing Rune, a moon druid, water genasi.
Perfect.
Level 3.
Yeah, level 3. Everyone here is level 3 today. Following up a little bit from Alex is going to be playing as a fun, partly maybe French nobleman. It's hard to say exactly. Newly anointed Dr. Ben Stortenbecker. Great to have you.
Hello, hello. I'm glad that I could come talk to you about general relativity today. What? Oh, don't. Oh, I'm getting the X here. I'm getting the X here. Hi. Yes, I'm playing the previously out of commission Kamos, finally getting to come back and figure out what the heck happened to that boy. I'm really looking forward to it.
Exactly. Yeah, last week, Kamos took a bit of a nap, but this week, Kamos is waking up to join us once and for all. Our last player today, you love him, you know him, his name is, it's Connor. It was Connor the whole time. I don't know why I lied to you.
Wait, no, you didn't lie, because they do love me, first of all. Okay. Secondly, hello everyone. I'm excited to cause more mischief, like I always do.
Very good, very good. Thank you so much for bearing with me as I try and fix all of these technical difficulties. Normally, Toby's the one who runs the stream, but as I said, he ran away, so I'm fixing things as I go. Music is a little bit too loud for me personally.
How does this sound, everyone? I boosted myself a little bit to try and help alleviate those issues.
Perfect. I am trying to actively adjust volumes as I am told to in chat. So I will let you know if I can't figure it out.
Perfect.
Perfect. Right now we should be good to go. I'm going to put you on the spot here, Connor. Did you happen to take notes from last week?
Here's the thing: is I didn't. I was so enthralled in the session.
Perfect.
That I know, and I'm normally on top of my stuff.
Perfect. That's okay.
Let me
But I
see if
remember
I
a lot
got
of it.
notes.
Would you could? Well, I mean, Kamos doesn't know any of this, but I had a fever dream where everyone stole my name on a YouTube video.
What?
That's crazy. You know what? It's crazy that you mentioned that, Ben, because as you say that, did you know we have a YouTube channel? It's
What?
true. It's true. YouTube.com/luckcheck exists, and that's where you can catch all of our VODs, usually about 2 to 3 hours after the stream itself. It's mostly unedited content right now, but we'll find out as we go what we want to do with that. And thank you so much. There it is, ConCon Crouton with the link in chat. You'll love to see that.
What a champ!
What an absolute champ. Hey, have you ever just tried projecting more, Ben? Clearly that's the problem.
Let me, sir.
I think our volume's good for right now. We'll go ahead and get going. If no one else knows, Ben, you said that you vaguely had a fever dream where you remembered some things. Do you want to go ahead and give us a rundown of what happened last session?
All right, so we finished up the fight with the sharks, and everyone got real wrecked. Specifically, Kamos, who ended up having to take a little nap ski as we made it to the Spoopy Island. Test something. I'm very bad with names.
Tiversard, but yes.
Tiversard, yes. Y'all make it to Tiversard, and the rest of the party, knowing what they need, engages, disembarks and tries to find. They run across a man trying to fish in a pond, doing a poor job of it, and are directed into a little town that seems kind of isolated on this whole island. It's not quite well explained, but they end up. What is it? Toby ends up torturing you specifically, poor Johnny, with the crazy nightmare that is a tree made of bees, but like big ones.
Yes, that was great. We had a big encounter with, I believe they're called jelly hums. For those of you at home, my name is Johnny, and the greatest fear I have in the world is wasps and bees. And he made giant ones the size of your fist, and forced me to try and scrape one off of my friend Valandrus. I hate it here.
So you successfully got from the bees. Oh, it was some jelly, one of the ingredients that we needed for the potion for our black spot remedy. It was what?
Bug root.
Bug root.
Bugs root.
Then there was you guys were looking for a beetle that had a crystal on it, tried to capture it, happened to run into it on the way back to the village, tried to knock off the crystal, and I think got a few pieces, but it ended up catching away. And then when the group finally got back, people kind of stuck their nose into other business, particularly this nice man, Vep, who let them stay in when it was dark and everyone was hiding. And after interrogating him about whatever situation he's up to with Lily,
Petal, yes.
There we go. A spoopy monster came and rattled on the door and then murdered people.
That's true. For a little more detail than just murdered people, it was a monster that you were told would not bother you if you just remained quiet. So obviously, what did the party do but start talking about it? The monster broke down the door, pinning Gellin and Valandrus underneath it, and a fight ensued where the lovely halfling kind of stand-in mayor for this little town on Tiversard was brutally slaughtered by this monster, but the combined efforts of Tovy's character Henry, and then Gellin, Rune, and Valandrus managed to bring the monster down. Right after that happened, though, we encountered a bit of a mystery as you looked outside and saw the entirety of the town with their windows sealed shut, except for one. This house you know to be the home of Guthrie and Petal. Petal being the herbalist that told you where to get all of the ingredients, and Guthrie being the wielder of a curious copper artifact, as well as the tanner of the town, who had a suspiciously large number of hides being tanned for how few sheep existed in this little town. And that is where we called it on the last session of Luck Check. Today, though, we are going to start a little further to the west.
Question.
Yeah, of course.
Wasn't his name Gumfer?
No. Guthrie was the name of the tanner. Gunther was the gentleman you met who was standing in the pond fishing.
Dang it.
Gunther,
My notes are wrong.
you hate to see it. Gunther is the orcish gentleman who was gruff but provides for the town and is a sweetheart. Guthrie was the name of the dwarven man who is the tanner of the town, the husband to Petal, who's the herbalist, and Vep was a halfling mayor who recently, and by recently I mean seconds ago, was slain by this invisible creature that attacked you all.
This is where I out myself as an absolute plebeian who probably doesn't belong on a live show, and admit that I definitely thought those two characters were the same.
I understand. It doesn't help that throughout the entirety of last session, I kept mispronouncing Gunther's name as a joke.
It really didn't.
It really did not help. All right, we are going to go ahead and start west of this town, and we're actually going to roll the clock back about 6 or so hours. The rest of the party has already left, but Kamos is enjoying a nice slumber on the deck, or on the below decks of the Sweet Marianne, the vessel helmed by Captain Hellman. Kamos, the encounter with the sharks was a bit taxing, obviously. Several of your newfound friends almost died, but together you managed to fend them off, and now you're currently taking a bit of a rest. As you're resting, you hear a bit of, maybe you're stirred from your sleep by it, but you hear a pair of footsteps gently walking down to the below deck section.
Mm-hmm.
You are in this kind of common room where everyone was sleeping earlier, but they asked if you could be left behind because you were a bit more wounded than the rest. You're currently doing all right. If you haven't, you can go ahead and mark that you've taken a full long rest since the shark encounter. Okay. You hear a slight knock on the door as Captain Hellman peeks his head in and says, "Oh, Kamos, sorry to interrupt. I understand you're getting a bit of shut-eye there, but I wanted to know if I could grab your hand for just a second."
Yeah, of course, yes. Just sorry, I am a bit disoriented. What do you need my help with?
It's just something on the deck. Just a real quick problem with one of the sails. It got tangled, and my bones are a bit too old for this sort of thing. I can't go climbing up and down the mast every time something goes wrong. I was wondering if you could go and grab a rope for me from up there.
Of course.
Thank you.
Yeah, Kamos goes with him.
Perfect. He leads you back up on deck, and you see at the center mast of your fishing trawler, one of the sails has kind of furled up and gotten stuck on the top with a rope kind of acting as a lever or a pulley that's holding it there. And he points to the rope in question, just says, "If you don't mind just climbing up the rigging up there for a second and just tossing that rope down here, I'll tie it down where it belongs."
Well, I suppose it would not be too hard. Yes. Well, I'm doing that. And as Kamos is kind of walking towards the mast underneath the rope where he said, I was going to ask, so, I saw you cast a bit of magic. during last night's proclivities. What's the story on that?
Oh, well, there's a bit of it's a bit of a hush story, you understand. I can't be telling everyone about it, but it's only fair. I'm keeping your secret, so I'll share a little bit of mine.
We're just making sure everything's above board. And he casts Magic Hand to like reach up to the thing. Is that less than 10? Does the sail look like it's less than 10 pounds?
The sail, no, but the rope you're trying to unpin for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just gonna Magic Hand it.
No problem. You cast that cantrip, and Captain Hellman chuckles and says, if I had only learned such a convenient spell like that, I could probably crew this thing by myself more often. Well, you see, the sea has a bit of magic to it, and some of us who are born near the ocean, and you see he holds up his hand, and all of a sudden, as he gestures, a small gust of wind pulls in, and you can smell the salt, salt sea. You can smell the scent of crabs and crustaceans and a fishing vessel just breeze past you for a second as you see him cast some kind of gust spell. Some of us who are born close enough to the sea, well, we find a bit of that magic in us when we grow. I never took too much effort to make myself a practitioner, but every now and then it comes in handy.
Well, perhaps it is my love of the water that has cursed me with such unsullied talents. You say this happens just naturally? If you're near water?
I would say it's more if you're born a man of the sea, you have a chance. I was born on a navy ship to my mom and pa. Rest their souls. They were traveling as stowaways, and well, I suppose where I was born, there must be some section of the sea near the scattered isles that infused me with it as a child, and I never questioned it since then.
I see. So even in this world where magic is so shunned, it did not get in the way?
I was taught to hide it from a young age, so I've never practiced it. I've never needed it. I've always assumed that I could, if I could handle it without, I would.
How nice it must be that your secrets stay secret and are not used against you.
You see, he kind of pulls back for a second when you say that, and his face kind of scowls for a second, not at you, but more at the thought of what you said. And then he steps closer, gets about within 6 or so feet of you, and just leans in and kind of says, not in a whisper, but in a hushed tone, "The ones who betray us often are the ones that, well, we might need to rely on the most. You might come to find in your time as a newly minted sailor that alliances are scarce, and rivals and enemies are common. If you're to lead these fine sailors," and he gestures towards the island where you know your party is, "then you'll need to know how to keep your friends close and your enemies closer."
Oh? What is your suggestion? At the moment, we are but drifters, cast together by the tides of fate. But perhaps you're right. We find ourselves in a point where some trust could be developed between us all. What does your world experience suggest?
A captain's job is that of a a soul wanderer. You have your crew, and you trust them with your life. But it's your job to be the one that dies for them, not the other way around. I would recommend you find a crew that you trust to take care of each other, and you find a way to know that you'll die for them. With that, he kind of nods at you and says, "Best ye be getting back down. Catch the rest of that sleep you were having. I don't want to keep you for too long."
Sure. I do feel that perhaps I need it. Actually, okay, at the moment, where is the rest of the crew?
I would say Kamos wouldn't know this. So you know they went on the island, and you know, like, you were awake for when they requested that you be allowed to stay because you were wounded.
I think perhaps I need to well, following that bit of sage advice, get my stuff together and find where they have gone off, see if they need my help. My abilities are quite useful in searching situations.
If that's what you wish, I won't stop you, but at the time, don't forget who the captain is right now. And he kind of winks at you, taps his nose, and heads back to the helm.
Oh my god, he's gonna kill him.
By the way, I didn't want to mention it and interrupt the flow there. Thank you so much, Fernandoy, for following. I want to say that's how you pronounce it. I can't promise it is. Appreciate it very much.
Fernandoy.
Fernandoy.
Nice.
Yes, what would Kamos do in this situation?
I mean, yeah, like, okay, we had mentioned that he was a bit knocked down. How is Kamos feeling? Like, what's his state?
I would say you're probably, it'd be easy to say that you could push yourself to go out and do what you need to do, but you're definitely not feeling amazing. You can give yourself a medicine check to kind of check your own state really quick if you'd like.
Sure. My good rolls. Wisdom. Definitely good.
Why is medicine wisdom? Isn't it intelligence?
I think it's just wisdom.
For the longest time.
Nope. Wisdom is in fact, or medicine is in fact wisdom. It doesn't matter. That was a nat 1.
Kamos, you feel great.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Captain Hellman kind of nods to you as he sees that you're getting ready to depart, and says, "Don't worry, I'll keep the sweet Marianne ready for you."
Yeah, of course. Captain, do you happen to have, what's the right? I can't remember. What's the nice medium armor in D&D? I now have access to this, and I cannot remember. A set of a chain skirt, maybe.
A
Wouldn't happen
chain?
to have a chain skirt, would you?
A chain skirt. My boy, you're happy. You're welcome to look around, but I have a fishing vessel. This is not a fighting vessel.
Just preparing for the spooky island. This is a new place. Anyways.
Understood. Stay safe, Kamos. And he reaches out a hand for a handshake as you pass him.
Give it to him. Solid.
Give it to him.
Give it to him.
Give
Buddy.
it to him. Solid bros meeting in the middle. Clasping hands and
in a stark contrast from last session, where Valendras and Gellin shared a handshake that reeked of toxic masculinity and doubt and anxiety. Kamos and Captain Hellman experienced a moment of benign masculinity. Just that moment of two men shaking each other's hands and realizing, yeah, we get it, and then leaving. A moment of true vulnerability, as Eco says. Exactly. Yeah. So, Kamos, do you head out onto the shore?
Yeah. I try and find where my party ends up because fuck, we got to figure out where the heck they were.
Perfect. I won't make you roll a survival check. You know the direction they left, as Captain Hellman points you in the right direction. You can see it's been maybe 2 hours since they left. But you can see that there is a group of tracks that fit what you would expect.
Okay. Yeah.
As you start to make your way through, I will ask you, go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, you got that character sheet ready or what?
We use a different dice this time. It's fine. I've got +0. It's on the dice. Oh yeah, we did it. That's a 2.
That is truthfully, twice as good as the last one you rolled. So that's okay.
I am a
Yeah.
fucking look. Sometimes you just have a connection with the dice, and I need you to be much better. And who could ask more than twice what you rolled before?
Exactly. Kamos is moving up in the world. Unfortunately for Kamos, while your spirits are lifted, you experienced a moment of true vulnerability between you and the captain, and you feel like you're doing great. For some reason, the ground seems much closer than it did a moment ago, as you stumble to your knees. And as you do, your vision starts to get a little blurry, it feels almost like you've put on, for modern terms, it almost feels like you've put on like drunk goggles that the police would use. Like your vision's just not in the right place.
But I recognize it as not being drunk, yes?
You recognize your thoughts are clear. It's physically you are collapsing. And after about a second of trying to steady yourself, you fully pass unconscious.
Well, cool.
Rip to Kamos.
Clunk.
As you fall down, the last thing you see is the form of a tall, what looks to be an orcish man, leaving the path to your side as you tumble into the bushes. He walks past you, almost as if he didn't notice, and starts making a beeline towards the sweet Marianne.
Oh.
Suspicious.
Oh no.
We're going to jump back a little bit east to the center of the island, and a little bit further in time. Rune and Valandrus, you have just defeated this invisible monster. The mayor of the town, Vep, has passed away in the place behind you, and I'm never going to make it through this if we keep getting so many generous people following us. Thank you so much, Mr. Monop. You love to see it. No, if you really want to apologize, you've got to punch your mic first, all right? You've got to shout, yeah, and then just wham, right in there.
Wait, real quick. I need to correct you. Technically, I elbowed my microphone.
Okay. Yeah, you were allowed to apologize then. That's fine.
God.
Yes. Thank you again for the follow. Really appreciate that. But yes, Rune and Valandrus, what are you thinking? You just saw across the way at the hut of Petal and Guthrie, you saw one of the windows open and then seal shut.
Going right up there and banging on the door.
It's going to take you a few seconds to get there from where you are. But Valandrus, what are you doing?
This is the type of stuff I like, right? We don't have Toby here to tell us no. We don't have Gellin here to tell us no. It's just me and Rune messing stuff up, and that's what I live for. Okay.
Gellin is still here.
I know,
but he won't tell you no.
Exactly. We have
canonically not
zero
allowed.
brain cells right now.
That's right. So I guess first thing is, I know dude got his neck snapped, but I'm gonna do a medicine on him just to check and see.
For sure. Gellin comes over with you, and just kind of says, "Yeah, we should probably check this guy out," and just reaches down. He's gonna give you advantage on that roll.
Nice. What is my modifier? Not great. It's a 10.
Okay. On a 10, this man is well and truly deceased. It looks like his neck was not snapped in the way that you see in movies. It's not like the creature just pushed him and then his neck rolled back and his neck popped. The creature grabbed his head and fully twisted it like an owl, and then it twisted back naturally as the skin stretched around.
Hmm.
Ugh.
I hate this description.
Vep is well and truly dead.
I appreciate the commitment to the horror vibes.
It's Rune. Are you already going?
Oh
Are you-
yeah.
Okay. Galen, I mean that. The monster's like gone, right? Burned in flames. I don't know. That the town's gonna think we did this.
Yeah, that we could be in a lot of danger right now. We should go get Rune, actually.
Yeah. And I sprint after Rune.
Yeah, Gellin follows right behind you, and I imagine Henry does as well, who is also here, but I'm not going to play him.
Wait,
Uh,
what?
Henry
Oh, dear.
takes a 3-hour nap.
Yeah, Henry goes to sleep.
Just face plants in the dirt.
Rune, you sprint up a little bit faster than Gellin and Valendress, who stayed behind just for a moment, and you knock on the door.
Yeah, I'm like banging on it, screaming for him. The guy. Come.
You would recognize his name to be Guffrey, Gufry.
Yeah, that guy.
You start banging on the door, screaming his name. Almost immediately, you hear a shriek of fear from inside that is muffled, and you recognize the voice to be Petal, Guthrie's wife. You hear a shriek of fear from her that immediately is muffled, and you hear a very calm, quiet from inside.
The monster's already dead. We killed him.
There could be more. You know not.
Has there ever been more than one?
We've never known how many there were.
Yeah, well, we can obviously kick its ass. Now get out here.
Give me an intimidation roll.
Ooh, I do want to do that. What do I have in intimidation? Not good is what I have in intimidation.
I hope it's a minus.
No.
There.
I don't got any minuses because fuck you.
It's true. That's the actual canon, like according to the DM's book.
Yeah.
Rune has no minuses because fuck Kamos.
Yeah. I happen to.
Yeah, that's in the source books. What are we looking at for that int
An
roll?
18.
18 is very good. You hear a stutter in his voice that wasn't there before. Listen, it could be dangerous. I don't need to come out here. And you hear Petal immediately go, Guthrie, what are you doing? What are you doing? They've saved us. We don't have to hide anymore. And Guthrie reluctantly unlatches the door and tips it open just slightly to gaze at you through the crack in the door.
Okay. I'm gonna, like, angrily point my finger at him. You're gonna help us.
With what?
'Cause that thing killed Veep. Vep.
Vep is dead?
Unfortunately, yes.
At this point, Valendress and Gellin have probably caught up. Both of you can give me an insight roll if you'd like to.
Absolutely.
As Guthrie stutters over his words, you see Petal in the back of the room just kind of stands up from where she was lying with a pillow over her face. She was holding it there to try and muffle her screaming.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I wanted to make that clear. She was holding a pillow over her face to muffle herself.
I got a 24.
24.
Jeez.
I do have expertise in that one.
Very nice.
Well done.
I'm not going to bother asking Rune unless you got way better.
No.
Okay. On a 24, you see Petal stops in shock, and Guthrie does not appear to be surprised in any means.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Is he wearing the copper necklace? Is it being shown?
You can see behind his back he is clutching something very tightly. It is dark though, so it's hard to tell exactly what it is.
Right.
Can I tackle him?
Oh my god.
I'm gonna table that for 1 second. What were you saying, Valandress?
Is it you or Rune or Galen or Rune that has the copper?
That would be Rune.
Okay.
Because I bit it off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Unless
yeah,
you
I mean,
have anything else, Rune is gonna attempt to tackle. Go ahead and give me a grapple check, which would just be I believe that's just an athletics check.
Athletics?
Yeah, it should be athletics, which he's gonna contest.
Okay.
Yeah, I turn to Rune and try and say, hey, can I get that copper piece to show him? And as she's tackling, or as they're tackling the guy.
I got a 19.
19, very good. Do you respond to Valandress at all, or are you just blindly jumping the guy?
I'm throwing the copper at him and tackling him.
Rune, this is what happened. Rune tosses this piece of copper behind their back, landing dexterously in Valandress's extended hand. As soon as Guthrie sees this, he watches the copper, looks away from Rune, completely doesn't see Rune, just like a fucking professional football athlete, just takes him down. This guy is not, he's a dwarf, so he's not like tall, but he's very stocky and well built. You think if he was really trying to stop you, you wouldn't have a chance against him. But you take him to the floor, and out of his hand scatters a round metal amulet of some kind, and it scatters beneath a table behind him.
I'm gonna make a break for that.
For sure. He is going to attempt to break out of his constraints. Fails miserably. I don't even need you to roll, Rune. Valandress, do you just grab it?
Yeah.
Okay. You grab it. The second you touch it, your vision fades to black, and you feel nothing except for the sensation of a hand gently caressing your cheek.
Creepy.
You then immediately hear some creature or person from behind you whispers into your ear. Tell me, who do you hate? Who do you despise? Tell me, and I will devour them in your name.
Oh man. Oh. I mean, no one really. I mean, well, a lot of people. I don't know. I can't name anyone right now.
As you say, no one really, the hand that was caressing your face slides down to your neck, grabs on, and starts to choke you out.
Oh. Can I see the hand, or is it just like a feeling?
You can see truly nothing.
Okay.
But you feel your neck being throttled.
Can I don't know if this is like meta or not, but like I don't think it's real, right? So like I want to see if I can do like a wisdom save, just enough to like drop the copper pendant.
I'd say I'll allow you to give me an insight check again, just because I think that's what you're trying to do to determine if what you're witnessing is real or not.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, you can do that. In the meantime, Rune and Gelen and Henry all just see Valandress pick up the amulet and just look at it for a second. Like, this is all happening in a second. He doesn't look out of place.
Okay.
16.
On a 16, Valendris, you think you're in very real danger right now.
Okay, well, I'm gonna just pull out my dagger and try and slice an invisible hand in front of me.
Sure. Give me an attack roll.
Okay. Seven.
A 7? Okay. Rune, you are currently grappling Guffrey to the floor, and you look up as you see Valendrus hold his own hand around his neck, pull out a dagger, and then turn around, jump at you, swing the dagger arced down at your neck, missing and pinning Guffrey's hand into the floor.
Oh, Jesus Christ, man!
Valendris, as you do this, the hand around your neck starts to materialize, and you can finally see your own body choking yourself out as you've just stabbed Guffrey into the ground.
So like I see the real world now, and I see myself.
Yes, you see the real. Okay. You see what really happened.
Well, I'll leave my dagger there for a second, but I I throw the pendant.
Okay. Give me a. Oh yeah, no. You toss the pendant. No save required. You toss the pendant away, and it clatters to the ground near Petal.
What was that?
I don't know what happened. I picked it up and I blacked out and I was getting choked and a voice was asking me who I hated and they would devour him for me. It was like a whole thing. Petal, don't touch that. I don't know if she's going for it or not. But
Petal was reaching to grab it, but as soon as you say this, she kind of recoils back and says, "What, Guffrey? What did you bring into our home?" And Guffrey stands there or sits there underneath Rune's. I assume you're just like holding him down with both hands.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Underneath Rune, with his hand dug into the ground with the dagger, lets out this shriek of pain as the dagger enters his flesh, and then immediately starts sobbing. You think not from the pain itself, but it's almost... He looks as if a great weight was just lifted from him. And he just starts sobbing and speaking incoherently. So you can barely make out him say the words, "Petal, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. I never wanted to. I wasn't supposed to go like this. It just told me it would help. It wanted to help me, and I could have sworn I was doing the right thing, and it was that man. It was Vep. It was Vep. He always wanted something from us, and he always wanted you, and I couldn't let him have you, and I needed to protect you, and he keeps rambling on and rambling on.
Okay. 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 Rune lets him go and like backs up.
He starts gently grabbing the dagger and trying to lift his hand up with the dagger at the same time. Not pulling the dagger out, but trying to unpin himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll like take the dagger out.
You just rip it out?
Yeah, I like step on his fingers and pull it out.
You fully break one of his fingers and just rip the dagger out, and he lets out another just, I'm sorry. I didn't mean... I'm sorry.
Okay.
That's less than you deserve.
I know. A man is dead, and he was a good man. I never meant for this to happen. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Where did you get the necklace? Let's start with there.
It was the ponds, the pools in the center of the island. I went down and I saw some statue, and there was a necklace around its neck, and I took the necklace.
Okay. Don't do that. How about?
I know. I'm sorry. I never meant to hurt anyone. I'm sorry.
Okay.
When Petal found out that Vep was dead, how did she react again? Was it like
She like
obviously shocked? But...
Yeah, she froze solid in shock and stepped back so that she could lean up against the wall, and she kind of clutched her mouth with her hands, almost like she let out a gasp and then like tried to hold it in effectively.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to touch on that because that's a sore subject. I pick Guthrie up by his shirt and like stand him right, and I say, you know, you ought to pay a life for a life because it's you who summoned that beast.
I did.
But it's not for me to decide. And I let him let loose his shirt, and I just start walking away, like out of the house.
Okay. Rune, what are you doing?
I think I'm kind of like trying to piece in my mind what the fuck happened.
Gotcha.
And I just follow Valandras out.
Gellin and Henry both observe the situation, share a quick moment with each other where they just acknowledge and nod at each other, and then follow after the rest of the group. Yeah, sorry.
Rune's gonna talk to Valandras. Do we want to do something about that necklace, or are we just gonna leave it to forever lay on their floor?
Yeah, no, that we probably should. It's just I don't know how to pick it up without going crazy.
Fair enough. I'm gonna walk back and go, excuse me, sorry, and I'm gonna like wrap up the necklace in like a cloth or something.
Yeah, you're gonna toss a little cloth over it and then grab it like that so that your skin doesn't touch it.
Yeah.
Sure.
A real Gandalf.
A real Gandalf. Yeah, you do this, and you experience nothing strange. What do you want to do with the amulet?
I'm just gonna like take it, like hold it gingerly, and just like kind of walk out. Like, all right, bye. Have a great day. Not great day. Someone's dead, but like have a good, all right day. Have an all right day. Bye.
Petal starts weeping. She's like, oh, Veppa, my love, I'm sorry.
Oh, fuck, you were having an affair. I fucking knew it.
I did
Valandras,
too.
I knew it.
I know. I owe you $5 gold. You're right.
Those two, Petal and Guthrie, just crumple to the ground, sobbing in their small village despair. Which is
somewhere miles away. Kamos, in his unconsciousness, smiles to himself, thinking, "Yeah, I was right about a thing."
Speaking of Kamos, we are now rewinding time again, just slightly.
Okay.
Kamos, you begin to experience a bit of a dream. And it's the type of dream that you can recognize is not real. Because your body feels floaty. You don't quite feel yourself. When you look down, you don't really see anyone there. Like, you're just existing in this space without really existing in it. And so you open your eyes in this dream, and you find yourself on the bottom of a grassy hill. In the grass are patches of tall, white-stemmed flowers that bloom into bismuth-patterned amorphous petals of violet and burgundy and pink. At the top of the hill is a large tree. The branches spread out across the entire sky as far as you can see.
Mm-hmm.
And sitting underneath that tree, you see a figure. The figure is very difficult to make out. They're a bit far away, so it's hard to see exactly. But you can make out a few features.
Mhm.
you see a single figure who clearly has somewhat humanoid features. They've got legs and arms. They've got what appears to be a head, but it seems elongated slightly. And the most notable thing is from the tip of where its ears should be, two sprouting sets of antlers come out, intertwined and rhizome in their spreading.
Mm.
The figure looks at you,
Okay.
and you can tell it's looking at you from the large black eye in the center of its forehead that turns and observes you.
The vibe from this look. Do I need to make a vibe check?
Yeah, give me a vibe check. That's gonna be a nah. Do you want to? You can make like a perception or an insight roll, whatever you want.
Yeah. Shoot. Let's just double check. I think insight. There we go. Actually, wait. What? Perception's better. This is so annoying. Why is everything cool wisdom based? God,
Wisdom is
Something
truly the best.
such a dummy. Fuck. That's an 8.
Hey, we're moving up in the world. That's,
Yeah.
that's 4 times better than your
4
last roll.
times better. I can't even think of a better number to ask for.
We can only go up from here, guys.
You truly think, Kamos, that this figure is just observing you? There seems to be no malign intention, and there seems to be no intent at all. It's just it was here, and then you arrived, and now it's looking at you.
In this place, does my existence have any agency? Can I move this, whatever manifestation my consciousness has in this dream?
Yeah, you kind of get the sense that you can move around, you can walk around. You feel a bit lighter than normal, but you still feel tied to the ground. But your body doesn't have any weight. You're not tired at all. You, unlike before when you convinced yourself you were okay, you feel fine. Just a little bit odd, just a little bit light, I mean.
Okay, yeah, Kamos is going to approach, and if he can make sound, I assume I can do normal character things. Go, well, hello, my unique friend. Would you mind telling me where I am?
You open what you assume to be your mouth, and no sound comes out.
Well, shit.
As you approach the creature, I'm gonna need another wisdom saving throw.
Son of a gun.
Okay,
Alright.
believe in yourself though this time. You know what I
I
mean?
know. Look,
Weren't
I've
believing
changed.
before.
I've changed dice. This is the third dice. Third
Oh,
die
God.
that I'm using. It's fine. It's fine. This is gonna be good. The more I roll this vigorously in my hand, the definitely better this is going to come out.
That's how that works.
Hey, all right. That was an 11. So, like, we're moving up in the world. It's a flat 11. And just to double check, yes, I get no bonuses to wisdom.
You said flat 11?
Flat 11.
Okay. Kamos, you feel a sharp pain, just briefly for a moment, where the spot on your forehead is. But it like kind of singes for a second and then passes. Go ahead and mark down that you have 1 death saving throw failure.
Oh, fuck.
All right. Well, there we go. We clicked the 1. Fuck.
I know I said I was betting Kamos was gonna die, but I didn't actually expect him to die.
Just immediately. Okay.
Yeah.
Can I try and I don't know, insight my way into figuring out what the fuck is going on, like reason what's going on?
I'm trying to think. There's been a lot of insight rolls, so I'll try and spread the love around a little bit. But yeah, you make me an offer.
This doesn't feel like love.
What do you want to try? How are you trying to figure this out?
All right. So between the moment when I tried to speak, right, watching and looking at this creature that is observing me, I want to try and check the timing on whether it was when I moved, when I tried to speak, and when and think, okay, which one of the two did the pain happen with associated with that, and was there any notable movement in the creature that was
Okay.
observing
That
at the time?
sounds to me like a perception check, so we're going to go with that.
Fine.
Were you
That's a
hoping for a
15.
different one? Okay, 15's
You know
pretty
what?
good.
That's fine.
15's pretty
I'm gonna
good.
use my intelligence modifier. I've done nothing but flat rolls so far.
Okay, hey, you know what? Let's check that out then. You were trying to calculate based on your own perception. Let's make it an intelligence-based perception check. So use your proficiency in perception with your intelligence modifier. What would that
Okay.
make it?
Oh, that would. Excuse me. That would push it to a 19.
Push it to a 19. On a 19, Kamos, you know that you not being able to speak doesn't seem to have bothered the creature, and the creature seems to understand that you aren't supposed to be able to speak. It didn't care. When you moved, you noticed a gleam, almost a red flash for just a moment on the black eye of this creature. And the first step that you took is when you started to feel that singeing pain on your forehead.
Okay. Kamos is going to slowly point at its forehead, then point at the creature, and then give it a quizzical, like shoulder, like you look.
The creature does not appear to have any input on your suggestion. It doesn't respond. It doesn't shift in any way. It's honestly a little unsettling. It doesn't appear to take any breaths. It just exists in that space and is watching you.
Okay. I want to look around and see if I can observe anything else in this dream.
No rolls necessary. What you can see are a wide field of grass with a large hill in the center, which you started to go up. You see these flowers with white stems and the bismuthine. That's not a real word, but I mean, come on, let me have it. The bismuth petals. And you see that the field extends on as far as the eye can see, and that the branches of the tree that are at the center of the area, the center of the tall hill with the creature, those branches extend out into the horizon. You can't see where they end.
Okay. Kamos is going to reach down, pick one of the flowers, give a very noblemanly bow. I think just swoop and turn around and try and walk away while putting the flower in his hair.
In his hair. How lovely.
I know.
Yeah, you turn around and walk away. You can't see the creature anymore as you've turned your back on it. And as soon as you turn around, you see, as soon as you turn around, you hear hooves. A distinct sound of hooves approaching you.
Did I get any distance away, or like the moment I turn without even taking a step
You
forward?
hear, as soon as you could no longer see the creature, you heard something from its direction rapidly approach you.
All right, we turn back around and keep an eye on it.
You see the creature now 30 feet closer to you. It's about 50 feet away at this point. You see it has, where it should have two humanoid legs, it instead has a set of three sets of two, what appear to be some kind of equine, like horse or deer or moose legs, with split hooves at the bottom. And it has fully stopped again and is just observing you.
Okay. I am going to stare at it, but also cast off of my eye if I can cryptogram, a new cantrip. I can send a small scroll with a short message to a creature of my choice. The creature must be known to me and in the same plane of existence. And this scroll will hover in front of the recipient, drop into their pocket, or appear sitting on something nearby. The scroll's message can be up to 8 characters long, and I can only send this once a day. And of course, the message is just going to be, "What you?
What you?
What you?"
Love it.
Very good. You send this message to the creature. The scroll apparates in front of it, and you see it actually does kind of respond to this. You see something appears in front of it, and it reaches up one of its hands. You can see it has a human hand, but where the ring and the middle finger would connect at the base, it instead is split further down the hand, so that the hand is split into 2 halves. And as it reaches up for the scroll, the arm splits in half even further, and it kind of drags as it goes. It doesn't appear that there's any blood attached to this. This creature doesn't have any like discernible color. It's kind of just void of body is what it looks like. But you can see that where the figure is, its arm splits in half as it reaches up and touches the scroll. And you hear within your mind,
"What you?"
What the fuck was that, Johnny?
I try to, in my mind, think at the space that came from and say, "I am Gamos. You?"
"Gamos."
Same thing. That is my name.
"Name."
Your name?
"What name?"
Point to self. Gamos. Point to you. Point to the creature. Name?
No name."
I will call you.
you see that the creature kind
Call
of
you
tilts
Trunk.
its head at you.
And point, and then go trunk.
The creature's hand drops down from the scroll, points at you, and you hear in your mind,
"Gamos."
and points at itself, and you hear in your mind,
"Drunk. Good
Indeed.
name. Good name."
You made a friend.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. And then points to him, asks, "Thanks. You hungry?"
you hear in almost a quizzical, like effectively a question.
"Hungry?"
Thomas shakes his head, just shakes it off. What does Trunk want?
"Live."
Is something stopping you from living?
"Drunk. Sleep for time now. Drunk want. Live."
Slept for a long time? As in past? Or now sleeping?
"Sleep for what you call millennia. What I call sometime."
Will you hurt Ramos?
"Do you feel pain.
Do I currently feel pain?
You do not currently feel pain. You think that's more of a question of, do you feel pain? Like, is that a thing you feel?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Depending on the situation.
Then, yes, I heard, Kamos.
Why?
You are body with blood and sinew. This form of yours, it hurt. It hurt when I near.
Hmm. Except it didn't hurt when you approached. Will it hurt if I let you touch me?
Would you like to know?
And it extends one of its hands out towards you.
Goodness gracious. Let us find out. And Kamos gingerly touches the one thing.
It's still about 50 feet away from you.
Oh dear. Hmm. 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 All right, let's take a step forward.
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Yep. Jesus, that's a crit fail. I believe I'm dead.
No, on a crit fail, you only suffer one death saving throw. You aren't making death saving throws. That's an effect that's happening. You step forward, you step about 10 feet this time, and you can feel the pain in your skull, or the pain in your forehead starts to dig into your skull. You can feel it, you can feel the heat in your bone. And eventually, as you make it that close, the pain becomes too much, and you fall to a knee.
I believe that the answer is no. I do not want to find out. It appears I cannot.
Do you want drunk? Come close.
Are you waking up?
Will you let me?
I do not know. What would you do to the world? What do you want when you live?
You see it kind of almost tilts its head, almost confused at that question.
What do you want with the world? Why you live?
Well, I live because that was something that happened to me. Something that I was born into this world, and now I must exist and make my peace in it. What I want now, I think, is to right the wrongs that have been done to me.
Revenge. Revenge.
I do not know if it is revenge or if it is justice.
Difference?
Philosophers say so, but I do not think so. Do you know revenge?
Yes. Camus,
And you see it points at you.
you live. I sleep. Once I lived. I want live again.
Hmm.
Camus,
What were you when you were awake?
In your head, you kind of get to see this image of what appears to be some kind of centaur-like race. Like you've seen or maybe heard of a centaur before, but this isn't quite it. It's almost reversed, if you will. It has a set of. It is a stag and a group of them with varying colors and varying color pelts, various sizes of antlers, and you see Trunk as he used to be. You see a white and brown spotted stag head with neatly groomed antlers. Groomed as in they're well kept, they're clean. They're not this rhizome pattern that you see before you now on Trunk. And you see that stag head on top of a humanoid body, like with human skin, kind of darker ebony skin, and underneath that you see it spreads back into these almost moose-like legs or moose-like body, excuse me, that has, as described earlier, 3 sets of 2 moose legs. You see the human arms that are not split, and instead you see a creature, some kind of stag centaur human.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, go for it.
Does it look very similar to the statue that we saw at the bottom of the lake last episode?
I would say I'm not willing to give you an answer to that just yet until Rune hears this information.
Fine. I'll put it in my notes. Yes, it does. Johnny's stinky.
Johnny's a bad DM. Forcing me to go, what the hell is happening here?
But yes, you see that image of this stag creature in your head, and you hear Trunk just gently say, well, as gently as he knows how,
life was warm and beautiful. Sleep is cold and displeasant.
Why, who made you fall asleep? Or what?
Camus,
and he points at you.
What? Wait, what? 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 I make you, I am the reason that you are asleep? What?
you and ones like you.
Oh.
The living make me sleep.
And what happens when to the living when you are awake? Do we do those who are awake trade places with you?
You see his the eye that he has on his forehead flashes red momentarily, and for just the briefest second, you feel that heat, and then it immediately goes away. And you hear Trunk says,
Those like me.
and he points to the mark on your forehead.
They sleep. I live. We live.
And you see behind him, in the branches of the tree, more black eyes open up
Oh my.
as you see dozens of these figures appear.
Ones that look like stag.
Ones that look like Trunk.
Yeah, Trunk. Sorry, the stag person. Just to clarify, does Trunk have 3 eyes, or just the one?
It appears you can't make out if he has more eyes than this one.
Okay. Okay.
His features are vacuous except for the large black eye on his forehead. And I apologize. I failed to describe it correctly. In the image of a living Trunk that you saw, there was no eye on the center of his head, but he did have 2 human eyes.
Hey, is where the new eye is in relation to where I remember his old eyes being? Does it match up with where my new third eye spot is in relation to my original eyes?
Identically.
Perfect. Okay, that's good. That's good. Thanks, DM. Hmm. I think maybe we could help each other, but I need to be awake now. I need to leave this place before I can help you.
You leave.
For the moment. I must think, and I do not think this is the best place to do it.
Gamos. You live. Experience good life. Live warm. I can wait.
And you see he turns around and doesn't move, but no longer observes you. And you see all of the eyes in the tree close.
Okay. So do we just sit there for an eternity, or what? Does anything happen?
I think that's up to Kamos to try and figure out.
All right. Let's.
You
say he's still.
Kamos would recall that when your back was turned, the creature approached you.
Yes, I'm aware. He's still 50 feet away?
He's still 50 feet away.
Let's try turning my back briefly and then turning back. Does he move towards me?
You turn your back and you hear nothing. And then when you turn back, he is still turned away from you.
Okay. Let's head towards the horizon.
Okay. You turn around. How are you leaving? Are you gently walking out, or are you booking it?
He said he said I could go. I walk calmly.
You hear in your mind one last time. You hear,
Live well. When you are done, I will live for you.
and Kamos walks into the horizon. You feel your body become lighter and lighter the further away from Trunk that you get. And eventually you wake up with a nasty headache as you feel yourself being dragged along the ground by what you can make out to be an orcish man who is dragging next to you an unconscious Captain Hellman. And I would like for you to make one Constitution saving throw just for the road.
Just how beat up did I get by rocks? Oh, shit, yeah. Oh, and I get proficiency in that. That's a dirty 20.
Okay. You maintain your consciousness as you start to fade in and out. You start to fade out, and then you resolve yourself back together. You can clear those death saving throws.
Okay.
Those death saving throw failures, excuse me. And you maintain your consciousness. You see an orcish man that you don't recognize. Well, you recognize as the one who went out to, as you passed out.
As I was passing out.
as you're passing out, dragging you and Captain Hellman behind him on the ground. And you see he is leading the two of you up a bit of an incline, and you can see further down the path that he's leading. It looks like a very hidden path, hardly traveled at all. But you can see from where you're being dragged, ahead of you, there are similar drag marks, and you can smell something rotting.
Cool. Are my hands free?
Your hands are free. They are dangling up above your head as you're being dragged.
Okay. Am I in a position that I could easily grab my rapier? Or
You notice that you don't have your rapier on you. You see a pack on the back of this orcish man, and you think you can see your rapier sticking out gently.
oh, perfect. Okay. Then we will take my hands. Which one is going to be better? I think Thunderous Distortion. Yeah, we're gonna make some clappy claps and cast the cantrip Thunderous Distortion. You produce a distorted wave of noise in a 10-foot cone that can be heard up to 100 feet away. Each creature must succeed a Constitution saving throw or take 1d6 thunder damage. And then that echo persists, and if it's still around the next time I cast this, I get to bump up the damage dice to a d8. So
Okay, and you're casting this on the orc, to be clear.
yes, I'm casting it so that it is coned onto the orc and not onto my friend the captain.
Of course. And what type of save is that again?
That's a Constitution saving throw for
Constitution saving throw against a 14.
14. Yes,
You got it. Let me double check. Okay.
Let us hope.
Okay. What does this cantrip look like for Kamos?
So it's a verbal and somatic component. So it's just basically a command that becomes thunderous. So he just shouts with a snap and a like kind of almost like burning hands, but like toned, and a shout of just let go of me.
Okay.
And it blasts into him.
Perfect. You shout, "Let go of me!" It blasts into him. Go ahead and roll your damage for it, please.
Okay.
Does he take half on a success or no damage on a
He
success?
takes no damage on a success.
Okay. What damage did you roll?
I rolled a 6. And then I'll go ahead and use my War Mage Edge, because why not? Once on each of your turns, when you deal damage with a cantrip, you can improve 1 damage roll of the spell, adding your intelligence modifier to the roll.
Okay. So what's the
So
total?
that would be a 10.
Perfect. You deal, and this is thunder damage, I assume?
Yes.
Okay, you deal 10 points of thunder damage to the back of this orc's neck. You hear he drops the rope that is holding you to reach up and grab his ear and just kind of be like, "Oh, what was that?" And you hear him grunt in pain, and you find yourself, you're tied at the legs. He dropped you and Captain Hellman. Captain Hellman is still out. What do you want to do?
Can I shake away Captain Hellman?
Like push him away from you?
No, like shake him vigorously to trying to shake him awake.
Wake him up. Sorry, I heard shake away.
Yeah, no, shake awake.
Okay.
Shake and bake?
Yeah, you reach over, you rouse Captain Hellman, and you hear him go, "Oh, what the devil? Kamos, what's happening?"
We're in a bad situation. This man was dragging us and knocked us out. Be on your guard.
As you say this, Captain Hellman wakes up, looks, sees the orc turn around and look at both of you, and just go, "Oh, that's enough of that then." And he grabs a large great club off of his back, drags it behind him with one hand, and walks up to you. You have 1 turn of things you can do before he attempts to take an attack.
Okay. I'm going to bonus action cast Force Buckler, which gives me a bonus +2 to my AC.
Okay.
In one hand, and then let us do. Is he still holding onto the bag with my rapier and stuff?
Yeah, it's just like a backpack that's attached to him, so it's on his shoulders.
I want to. Let's see if you'll let me do this. Can I try to bound around him and grab the rapier on the way through?
That sounds like some bullshit, and I kind of like it. I'm gonna say two things.
Okay.
The movement is no problem, except for
Okay.
the fact that your legs are bound. So I would
That's
say
right.
your movement speed is reduced to half, and you're currently prone.
Okay. I mean, that's fair. Right. We're prone.
I
Half
think
movement speed.
distance wise, you've used your bonus action to cast Force Buckler. If he is about, I want to say 15 feet away from you. If you use your main action to dash, I'd say that's enough to make it over to behind him, and then I would want some kind of sleight of hand check to take the rapier from him.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay,
All
while
right,
you're making that sleight of hand check, I want to know the passive perception of Rune and Valendreth.
they are dead.
Sorry.
apparently.
Sorry.
Fully dead.
fully dead air.
You
I'm
love to see-
sorry. My phone. The phone decided to be weird when I was trying to respond. What did you say?
I would like
Passive perception.
your passive perception, please, and that goes for Connor as well, please.
15.
My 16.
Okay,
Nice.
15 and 16. That is certainly good enough for you to hear a thunderous "Let go of me!" echo throughout the forest that is around the north side of the village that you're in. You can see out in the forest, it goes up to a kind of steep incline that has a bit of a cliff face attached to it. And you think that you hear it from coming around there. You recognize it to be Kamos's voice.
Oh shit. I start booking it in that direction.
Okay. Valen, just do you follow?
There's like so much. There's so much stuff going on right now.
Isn't there?
Because like Vep's house is on fire, right? He's dead, but like his house is on fire, and I don't know how close they are to each other. You know, like how close the houses are to each other. But he's got the sheep at least attached to his house in the pen. So like, but am I just supposed to let them run free? Because then the town's screwed. There's so much stuff going on. So
At a glance, Valendris, you can tell that you don't think this fire will spread.
I love it. I want to run then.
The sheep might be in danger, but it doesn't appear like his house is close enough to another house to spread the fire.
Okay, I will.
You also can tell the burning is less like something's catching on fire and then slowly burning up. This is the kind of blue flame that came off of the creature, and it's almost disintegrating whatever it touches. So the logs that make up the part of the house, they don't just sit and burn, they slowly get consumed and then disappear. And once they're gone, the fire that was attached to that bit goes away.
Okay. I turn to run, and as I do, I shout to Guffrey, and just say, "Make sure the sheep don't die."
Okay.
And I just run.
Henry is gonna run over to Guffrey and say, "Come on, I'll help," as Gellin follows behind you.
Good way to get Henry out of the way.
Okay. Kamos, hit me with that sleight of hand
Yeah.
check, please.
That was a 14 on the die, so +2 for sleight of hand dexterity. That gives me a 16.
Okay, let me check one thing.
Uh-oh.
No, you're good. Rapier's in your hand. That was your full turn, however, and as I said, you had one turn before he gets a turn.
Yep.
Your party has heard you. What I'm going to ask for the rest of the party is go ahead and roll initiative, including Kamos. So go ahead and roll initiative for everyone. And this orc that everyone else knows as Gunther, which you don't know his name, is going to take the great club and just take a large horizontal slash with the great club, just sweeping blow trying to hit your legs.
That's not great, bro.
Yeah, no, thank you.
I got a 20.
I got an 18.
Give me 1 second for those. I'll come back to you.
Okay. Currently, my AC is 15, just so you're aware.
Yep. No, I have it in my notes. Okay, I'll go from top to bottom. Kamos.
22.
22. Rune.
6.
You'll love to see it.
man.
I need to roll for Gellin. Give me one sec. Gellin's popping off. That's a 23. Henry's not participating. Valendress, what's up?
18.
18. You'll love to see it. Let me order that really quick. You see Kamos as the Great Club sweeps and tries to go for your legs. You recognize in time. You take a quick hop. Great Club goes directly from under you. And
Nothing like being a dexterity fighter.
being a dexterity fighter, as you jump up, you immediately turn to see the swing back of the Great Club comes around and clocks you right in the face.
Motherfucker.
And you take 1 second. Okay. There it is. You take 9 points of bludgeoning damage as the swing back of the Great Club slams into your head. You feel yourself kind of stumble to the ground as you're pushed back from the force of this blow. Right after him, actually, right after that, you see he looks at you, looks at Captain Hellman, who has started to untie his legs, and readies up. You see he goes, "Some beat ain't worth the trouble. Get out. You got one chance, and I'll let you go." And you see he starts to take some steps back away from you. You can take an attack of opportunity if you want to.
Did you just call them meat?
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna beat that boy. We're gonna beat that boy up. Swippy swipe.
Okay.
Does a 20 hit?
That sure hits.
All right. So
Give me that damage.
We roll that sweet damage. Once I are you okay? Here we go. What? You know, you would think that I would have more d8s, but I don't. All right, that's a 6 plus a 2, so 8 damage. 8 slash.
8 damage.
Slashing.
Very nice. Yep. 8 slash from a rapier. Isn't that piercing?
Oh, it is. It is. My bad.
It doesn't change how much he takes. I'm just, semantics.
Fine. No,
You
game
stab
rule,
into
give
him,
me
and
some.
he goes, "Fine then. It'll be like that, will it?" And you see he runs over after having that attack of opportunity come at him, grabs onto Captain Hellman's leg, and Captain Hellman makes a roll against this. You hate to see it. Gunther grabs Captain Hellman by the leg, throws him over his back, and starts sprinting through the forest away from you.
I assume he just took normal distance things. Yes.
Yes, he took his normal 30 feet of distance away from you.
Okay.
After that, for the time being, is everyone just dashing to try and catch up to where Kamos is?
Yeah.
Okay. I want Valendress, Rune, and Gellin are all going to make athletics or acrobatics checks to try and scale the cliff, or you can go around and it'll take you an extra turn to get there.
I'm gonna scale it.
Okay.
Absolutely, let's fail this.
All right.
Fucking dope.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew I would.
Okay. What'd you roll?
5.
Okay. 5 from Valendress, Rune. What'd you get?
I got a 6.
Okay. So here's the thing.
Talk to me.
I'm cracked, and Gellin nat 20'd that roll. We're gonna translate that into he was fast enough to react to one of you failing. So one of you is getting grabbed, and it's going to be the person that was higher in the turn order because you got there sooner. Valendress, you pass the check, and both of you scale. Rune, you start to go up, slip, and fall. It'll take you either another whole turn of movement to try again, or you can start making your way around and delay a turn again.
I'll delay a turn.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. We're back up to, for posterity's sake, make a roll there. Captain Hellman does his best, is not looking good. Goes around. Kamos, you're up one more time.
All right. We are going to move up 30 feet and then infuse ourselves with some arc blade lightning magic. Now, as a War Mage's trick, I picked flexible range. So attacks that use cantrips that have to be 15 or more actually have an addition increase to 10 feet because of that.
Okay.
So he is well within range on here. So we swing. Does an 18 hit?
18 hits. I want to ask, is Force Buckler a per round thing, or is it still
It is
around?
a per. I can use my bonus action to pop it up. It is. It goes away at the end of my turn.
Okay. I was just checking. Or at the end of the end of a round, you mean? Start of your next turn?
Let me read you the specific.
Because if it's end of your turn, it does nothing.
Until the start of your next turn,
Okay,
shield grants
gotcha.
you +2.
Okay, so that goes away. Did you want to recast that? Or are you going to wait to see what happens?
No, instead, I, as a bonus action, am going to use a class feature. So, since I became a House of Kings War Mage, I'm going to use the battle strategy, use one battle dice, I get 2 at the moment, to use the Stalemate Stratagem. When you hit a creature with an attack, you can expend 1 battle dice as a bonus action to hold that creature in place. Until the end of its next turn, that target can't willingly move until it first takes the disengage action.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I'm going to make sure that I stay outside of range while I do this. So I guess I didn't go the full 30 feet forward. We're just, bazap.
Okay.
So for that damage dice, woo! Wow, we almost min-rolled that. That is, that is 3 plus 2, 5 now lightning damage.
Okay, so just 5 lightning damage?
Just 5 lightning damage.
Okay, and
Arcblade makes the entire attack lightning.
gotcha. And does he need to make a? I apologize, I was pulling something up. Does he need to make a save to not be pinned down effectively?
No, what he needs to do to escape being pinned down, he needs to use his action to disengage.
Understood. Okay. That is your turn. I'm going to ask everyone in the Discord for me to go ahead and join that link. Don't bother grabbing yourself a character token just yet. We are going to do some of this. So he takes that damage. I need to... 1 second. Here we go.
I love your naming convention on these every single time.
Don't worry about it. It's all good.
Oh, by the way, is Valandros within sight?
Valendris and Galen are within sight.
So yeah, while as Kamos is making that attack, I guess, are they behind me? Would I have seen them just naturally?
You might have heard them. Like, they might have shouted something out to you.
Nah, we're gonna go with no.
Hello,
Okay. then Kamos, as he makes that attack, is gonna shout with lightning. I do not take kindly to being called meat. Leave my friend, and you may escape.
Listen, you don't know the lengths I gotta go through for these people. Every day they need something more and more. It's time I get a little something of mines.
And he takes a disengage action on his turn. Presuming your turn is done.
Yes.
Okay. Takes a disengage action, still holding Captain Hellman, and sprints down the side of a cliff, or of the hill that you're on, and lands out on a kind of northern side of the beach.
Okay, so I'm
He
like
sprints
here?
out here. Yeah, you're about there. You see he gets... Yeah, so you go... Well, he took disengage, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
It'll be like that.
Perfect. Yeah, about there. He gets there and tosses Captain Hellman forward into a dingy kind of raft you can see he has. And this is roughly where we are. So Galen and Valendris are about another 30 feet out. Rune is about 60 feet out.
Jesus.
Oh,
All right. After that, that was his turn to do that. It is next going to be Valendris. You are up. You're about 30 feet behind Kamos and about 60 feet behind Gunther.
I mean, we're just gonna get up in there. Stand side by side with my buddy if I have that type of movement.
Yeah, so you can just use 30 feet of movement to get next to Kamos.
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
Okay.
You can also, can't you bonus action your dash with cunning? Now at 3?
Absolutely, I can, but I know
Here, go
this fella.
Go fuck it. Well, yeah, but can Kamos interact with the poor boy as he's coming up? Can Kamos say, "Hey, he's taking our ride"?
Wait, that's our ride?
It is not your ride. This is a different boat. But yes.
I think he meant the captain.
Oh,
He's
yes.
taking our ride. Like 6 seconds worth of conversation. What do you want?
Exactly. Yeah, he shouts that to you. And what else would you like to do, Valendros?
Gunther, what are you doing?
I've gotta eat too. It's not fair that everything I hunt they get. I'm hungry.
And you can see on the boat behind him next to Captain Hellman is the draped over corpse, half-eaten corpse of a human sailor. Whose boat this presumably belongs to. You recognize this as the stench that you noticed a bit earlier, Kamos.
Can I do just like a quick insight check to see if I ate human meat?
No insight check needed, you sure did.
No.
Damn it. Damn it.
Like, I might have gotten the head black spot, but you know what? At least I'm the only one in the crew that's not a cannibal now.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
No.
that's a great point.
Don't blame this one on me. This was Tovy's idea. I'm just wrapping up loose ends.
Gunther, you're a sick fuck. And I
Oh.
I guess I throw a dagger at him.
Yep, you got it. Make that attack roll.
Yeah. Not here. Dice rolls. Here. No, not that. This. Well, it's just an 11, so.
11's not going to do it. Your dagger goes a little bit wide and scatters into stabs itself into the sand just a little bit to his northwest.
I turn to Kamos and shrug. That's all I got.
He's a captain. Go untie our captain.
I can't get there. I can get close.
That's fine. Go do it.
I'm also hurting real bad, Chief.
Oh wait, are you dead? Oh, that's right. You guys haven't had a long rest, have you?
No.
No. Someone was asleep on the boat.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hang out by you for now.
Legitimately, not my fault.
No, for sure.
But also, oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that's my turn. I'm not running towards the
All right, right after Valendros is Rune. You're 60 feet behind them.
I'm dashing.
Okay, takes a full dash action. That'll get you 60 feet closer. So you make it. Do you want to be on north or south of them? So above Valendros or below Kamos?
Below Kamos, and I'm just like standing there, like with my hands on my knees, like I got here as soon as I could.
Perfect.
What the fuck's going on?
Orcman bad.
Well, yeah, we've met him.
All right. Anything else from Rune?
That's all I can do.
Main action dash. All right. Go
Wait.
for it.
I can bonus action.
Ooh,
Turn
what
into
can
something.
you do? Ooh, maybe
Moon
something with
druids.
some movement.
I am. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna turn into a king spider again. I really like turning into that.
Hell yeah.
Spider OP.
Question for you. What's the king spider's movement?
I think
It
30 still.
is, if I can get it up, because my phone is being a big old jerk. Where did it go? Where did it go?
In the meantime, you all can see that Captain Hellman is bleeding profusely from a wound on his head.
Okay. 30 feet.
Okay, so you don't get any more movement this turn. That's all.
Yeah.
It's all good. So main action, bonus action done. All your movement. Next up is going to be Captain Hellman himself. He's going to make a check to try and break out of his binding, and does not do a very good job. He struggles for a bit, and honestly, don't make yourself bigger. Oh wait, you can't because you're a big boy. Never mind. I'm
I'm a-
sorry.
Large creature now.
You are a large creature. I apologize. Yes, and Captain Hellman just kind of vomits a little at the sight of the rotting body in front of him. Next up is going to be Gunther. Actually, sorry, Gellin did not get his turn. He runs up, takes a shot with his gun, and
Pew pew.
full misses. Now it's Gunther.
God damn it.
Good first round, everyone.
You'll love to see it. See, this is the problem of telling myself that I was going to keep track of all of the ammo that I use, is that when I'm DMing and I take a shot with Gunther or Gellin, I now have to take a second, turn over, and decrement a bullet.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think what you should do, Johnny, is go out and buy a bunch of Special 38s and physically have your bullet ammunition in front of you, and then knock one off each time you fire.
Yeah, all 41 of my bullets. Okay.
Jesus, that's so much ammo. Also, wait, Gunther gets to go before me? He shouldn't. He already took his action this turn to get away from everyone, to get away from me.
You are right. I kind of skewed the initiative a little bit on accident.
Okay.
That's fine. We'll go ahead and bump you there. Kamos, you're up next.
Thank God. All right, same thing. Run up and just like, oh no, you don't get to get away. And we're going to make an attack, and a 21, I assume, hits.
That sure hits.
All right, we're gonna re-roll. It's like arc blade, lightning damage. We re-roll it. He takes 13 lightning damage.
You love to see it.
I really, really do. And he cannot move unless he disengages.
Gotcha.
Now this is my second battle dice and the last time that I can do this.
Understood. You got it. Okay. All right. Anything else?
That is all.
Perfect. After Kamos, I apologize. Gunther goes. I did not mean to skip your turn. Gunther, let's
It's
see.
fine. I just wanted to make sure he was, really stuck because, damn it, that's the point.
Yeah. Gunther this time, now backed in up to his reserves, pulls a small javelin out from behind him, and is going to chuck it at Kamos, who's conveniently 10 feet away.
Well, fuck.
See here. That's gonna be. You do not currently have your bonus action AC up, right?
No.
Okay, that's gonna hit.
But if I did.
That's crazy.
All right.
That's going to be 8 points of piercing damage.
All right. Hey, guys, maybe I shouldn't be on the front lines. I'm really close to dead.
Right after that, you see he lets out a massive.
All of yous are gonna get eaten by all of me's.
And he just points at his tummy, gives himself a big old slap, and starts to send himself into a battle frenzy.
I too say that as I'm about to eat dinner.
Right after that, Valendress, you're back up.
We're gonna saunter on over. 15, 20, 25. And we're gonna whip him.
Perfect.
No. I've lied.
Oh.
He tells a lie.
Before I move, I use masochism.
Understood. How are we looking on our total health there, Valendress?
13 currently, so I
Okay.
won't die from this.
For those of you at home, Valendress has a special ability as a pain taster rogue. Lets him trade a D10 of self damage to add a D10 to his next attack. Is that correct?
Oh, yes. It's a 1.
You love to see
Oh,
it.
yeah.
So we
Ooh.
take the 1, and then we'll move up, and then pull the whip out. and probably miss the attack. Yeah, it's a 7. So
Yep, not
that was
gonna
cool.
not gonna make it. Sometimes you casually take 1 damage because you like it. Anything else from Valendress?
Yeah, I turn to Kamos and say, "Well, if you don't want to be on the front line, why'd you charge up here, buddy?"
Because Captain, we need to save Captain.
You didn't do that either.
Rune, you're up.
Okay. He's already like stuck in place, right?
Until his next turn, I believe. Yes.
Coolio. I'm just gonna run up and bite him.
Understood. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You can get to this tile within 5 feet of him. There you go.
Okay. And I will roll to see if I hit.
Yeah. Just to specify,
I
Johnny.
forgot the R.
I do that all the time. I just have it copy and pasted, you know.
What's up, Ben?
Just to specify, his next turn he will not have to make a disengage in order to move again.
Correct. It's until the start of his next turn.
Yes. Also, who's pulling up rolls on live chat?
My bad. I did. You know what? Don't mind. I just need to pull that away onto a different screen.
Just
Does a 9 hit?
9 is not gonna make it.
Okay.
guys,
I think I'm
change
just
out
gonna,
your
like,
dice.
my 2
You
spidery
don't want to get
heads.
marooned here.
Just shh. We have a boat. We just don't have a captain. It's fine. I'm just gonna like hiss at him with my 2 spider heads.
Very good. Your dog is fully coming through, and we love to see it.
It's your dog.
It's not my dog. It has no relation to me. Anyways, after Rune is going to be Captain Helmet. Make another roll to try and get out of this restrained condition. He makes it this time.
Hell yeah!
Captain
Hey.
Hellman used his action to get out of restrained, stands up, uses his bonus action to give a point of bardic inspiration to Valendress.
He's
You
a
get-
bard?
He is the bard. You get a d6 of bardic inspiration. You see he lifts up one of his hands, and he just goes, "To you, my boy!" And you are filled with inspiration at the sudden realization that Captain Hellman kind of sings a little. You'll love to see it.
So real quick, does
Captain
like
Pipes.
across the battlefield, does friend and foe just like take a moment to go, "Oh wow, that's a really nice voice."
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Gunther considers for a second. He's like, you know what? Maybe I should. No, I'm hungry. All right.
Rage.
Wait a second. All right. That is
Turns into a musical number.
That's Captain Hellman's whole turn. Gellin is going to go next. Gellin is going to go recognize the situation that we are in, is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. Can make it there. Runs up and is going to stab at our boy Gunther. That's going to hit. Let me find my damage dice. I should have all these things lined up and ready, but, you know, why bother?
You know.
Deals 9 points of piercing damage to him. And that's it, because Gellin's out of spells.
Oh no.
You mean smites?
Both. Same thing. What's the difference, really? All right. After Gellin is going to be Kamos again.
Wait, what? Wow. All right.
Sometimes you have to make sacrifices when you mess up the turn order, and then you have to fix it partway through.
That's fair. All right. We will arc blade. Ooh, so much for my hot streak. I'm gonna assume a solid 8 does not hit.
Solid 8 is not going to make it.
All right, we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over to here to try and prevent Gunther from doing bullshit with the captain.
Okay. That is going to provoke an attack of opportunity unless you took a path that I can't tell.
I took a path that you could not tell. I went up, over, 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 down, over.
I see it now. Okay. It's okay. I understand the path. All right. So you took your action to Arc Blade, and you're doing what else over here? Just trying to get in between Captain Hellman and Gunther?
Yeah, and Force Buckler.
Force Buckler. You got it. All right. Next up is going to be Gunther himself, who can move again. Gunther, unfortunately, doesn't have to start taking his swings. From that battle cry he lets out earlier, he now takes 2 attacks. He's going to levy the first attack against Rune, and we'll see what happens and before he decides his next target. Rune, what's your spider AC? I don't know it.
My spider AC is also 14.
Cool, he hits.
Damn it.
Hot damn, son.
That's going to be 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And then he's going to turn with the same kind of arc from his first swing, take a similar, just use the momentum from clipping one of your legs to try and go for like an upward swing into Gellin. You know what? You love to see it. And by that I mean you hate to see it, because I'm Gellin and I just crit myself.
How does that feel?
It's fine. Our tank is down for the count.
We'll find out how it feels when I accidentally nearly max roll 2d12. Gellin drops.
No.
Get it, no.
In fact, with the force of Nat 20ing himself, or Nat 20ing myself, Gellin is launched 10 feet in this direction and falls prone, unconscious.
I see. Does he provoke a opportunity attack against himself as well?
Unfortunately, no. I would absolutely take it if I could, but not an option here. That is both of his turns of movement. Gunther is going to levy an attack of opportunity from Rune, and from Valendris, I think, because your threatened area with the whip is 10 feet, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, both of you can take an attack of opportunity as he attempts to step back towards Kamos.
Let's see if I actually hit him this time.
See if I as well. No. Nah. No.
What are we looking at?
I did it wrong.
That's a 7.
Don't forget. One of you has Bardic Inspiration.
I'm not using it here. Yeah.
I got a 16.
16 hits.
A...
Go ahead and roll damage, and he needs to make a con save, correct?
Correct.
He succeeds.
Son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch.
He
Still
takes
takes half damage,
yeah,
though.
he still takes half damage from the poison.
Yeah, give me a second.
Give me a man after midnight?
I'm just
I almost sang that, but I don't want to get copyrighted later on YouTube.
Yeah, that's fair.
Did I do it wrong again?
I have a suggestion for you.
midnight.
Find a time where you do it right and copy that, and then just paste it each time.
That's honestly what I do.
Yeah.
I have a suggestion for you, Alex. Find some physical dice and roll those.
The physical dice are by Johnny.
And I'm using them. He takes 4 damage.
I see.
He takes
Or
4
piercing.
damage of piercing, and I'm rolling the poison, which
Gotcha.
I take half of.
Gotcha.
I just am slow.
No problem. So he's going
half
to take
and 9.
4 of that. So he takes
Okay.
8 total damage.
Yeah,
Not
there
bad.
we go.
Okay. And then Valendris whiffed. Gunther is going to take his movement to jaunt up onto the boat and just kind of stand right above Hellman and Kamos. But he already took his main attack. And that's going to be Valendris. You're up. Then it's going to be Rune, then Hellman again.
All right. Let's masochism.
Now, don't forget to roll your own own death saving throws, man.
Oh, that's an 8. That one hurts.
God.
Okay, I'm down to 4. But we move up and we attack him with the whip.
Got it.
14, and I'm gonna use the bardic inspiration here. Just 'cause
Understood.
I'm scared.
This is a D6.
D6. Okay. So 18 altogether.
18 will absolutely hit. That Bardic Inspiration made the difference.
Thank goodness.
All right, go ahead and roll damage, and you have sneak attack here.
Yes, indeed. Level 3 is 2d6, correct? Yeah. Oh, I'm not typing. Uh, 16.
Oh. Yeah. Rogues, man, you love to see it.
God.
16 points of damage. Makes me have to do some math because that doesn't line up very neatly with what his health is currently at. Give me a second. All right, we're good. Yeah, you see the whip arcs across his back as he had his back turned to run over, and you make this massive gash into this top shoulder, into the top right part of his shoulder, and he screams out and just says,
"Grrrr! I'll get you for that."
And how I'm flavoring my masochism with my whip is I just like it's wrapped around my arm a little bit, and I just like yank on it and give it a good yank, get some blood going.
very nice. Okay.
I also picked my dagger up because it was about right here, I believe.
Yeah, for sure. For object interaction, you got it.
Yes, sir.
No problem. All right.
And,
Anything else?
Nope.
All right, Rune, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna try to bite. You know what?
I understand.
Try it and true. And all that jazz. Let's see if I can roll properly on the first try.
I believe.
Don't.
I believe that hits. An
An
18.
Alright, make him do the con thing.
You got it. Hey, I got news for you. He failed.
Let's go.
He's going to take some damage here. And that's hard for him to do. His con is very good.
Nice. Get wrecked.
Okay, so he takes 7 piercing, 6 poison.
So we're looking at 13 total damage. Understood. All right. Anything else from Rune?
I cannot do anything at the moment.
Okay. Captain Hellman is going to consider his options for a second. He's going to first Bardic Inspiration Kamos, since you're right next to him. He just lets out a, "With me, my boy." He has to end all of his Bardic Inspirations with "my boy."
Is
This is
that
the
why he
best
hasn't?
captain.
Is that why he hasn't inspired Rune yet, or what?
No, just because he's only inspired 2
pirate
people,
way.
and it's, Rune's kind of a wannabe pirate at this point, not a real pirate yet, and he could tell.
Alright.
Anyways, he Bardic Inspirations Kamos, and then casts a quick cantrip on Gunther. Gunther is unfortunately going to succeed and not take any of the damage from that cantrip. Excuse me. Gellin is going to go next. Then it's going to be Kamos, then Gunther again. Gellin is going to go 5, 10. Oh no, Gellin is making a death saving throw. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Okay, that's 1 success.
Huzzah!
Kamos, you're up.
All right. Yeah, we do the thing. All right. So, force buckler back up, and we make an attack roll. That's a 15 on the die, so I assume a 19 will hit.
You got it.
All right. So we roll our arc blade lightning damage, and Gunther takes. Math. 9 points of lightning damage.
Got it. Okay. Anything else?
Things explode. Oh, wait a minute. What am I even doing? I use my War Mage's Edge. He actually takes 11 points of. No.
That adds 4 more, right?
Yeah, that's 4 more. So it was
Understood.
7 plus 2. Sorry, so that was 9. So 13 lightning damage.
Yep, absolutely.
Blammo.
And
That is, I missed that from last time.
perfect. You lash into him with this blade covered in lightning, and you see Gunther recoils and drops to one knee and then steadies himself there. He is truly looking on the ropes. You hear him start.
Is it so wrong for a hungry man to try and eat?
No.
Yes!
No. Just not us, eh?
Or like people in general. I'm a spider. I'm hissing this.
Well,
I feel like
it's
like
only
a spider is one to talk.
it's only fair that I get my last meal in it.
And Gunther, assuming Kamos, your turn is up.
Yeah, that's all my actions.
Gunther lunges forward and tries to bite Kamos.
Okay, remember, we're back at the 15. Please, dear God, save me.
Kamos, what does your force buckler look like as you use it to block the jaws of Gunther?
It is a simple round disc that is, as he's making a fist, kind of like floating in front. So like if I were to punch you, right, like, flat fisted, that's where the buckler is like floating in front of.
Yeah, gotcha.
So it's just, kind of like he's really holding on to it. But it's this like small, skillful shield that you kind of have to actually move around somewhat dexterously. It's not a big kite shield.
Mhm.
And I think what he has to do is as Gunther comes and tries to chomp on him, just shoves it in Gunther's mouth and like physically stops him from moving any farther forward. And like Gunther's teeth just like gets caught around that buckler.
Perfect. All right, yeah, Gunther attempts to take that bite on you, fails, is going to take his second attack to try and shove you.
Okay.
That one also fails. He's still like biting onto the force buckler, not fully understand what's happening, and he kind of just reaches out to shove you, and just, I want to say your force buckler like extends from your hand to keep him at an arm's distance, and he just kind of reaches out at you like a kid being held by his head away. That is going to be Gunther's turn. Valendress, you're up.
You say you need. Speaking to Gunther here. You say you need one last meal before you die. As I killed that fish for you earlier. I shall present you.
I'm
with one
hungry. Let me eat.
I'm gonna take a slice at his leg with my dagger and shove it down his throat.
Oh,
The meat.
Yeah, no, we get it.
Yeah.
we got what you were going.
It won't let me move. I've clicked on something I shan't have.
Oh no, it's fine. I got
Now
you.
I've made a line.
You shan't have clicked on that.
I don't know what I even clicked on.
It's fine. I got you.
Thank you. I mean, it's only a freaking 10. I said all that cool stuff, and I didn't even hit him.
You know what? It was pretty cool. Roll with advantage.
Let's go. I love to hear it. That's a nat 20.
Oh, give me that. Give me that damage with sneak attack.
I love it.
Oh my God.
2d4. 6 plus 3. 20 damage.
Okay. So, as poignant as that is, I don't necessarily see that being the thing that kills him. So as you do that, what else do you do to kill Gunther?
I'll just slit his throat. Yeah, I mean, simple as that.
Terrifying. You
Like as you're shoving the meat down. Like,
Yeah.
with the offhand, just send him.
Yeah.
You absolutely got it. Gunther, his own meat shoved down his throat, which is then dropped out of the new hole made in his throat. He stumbles to the ground, lets out one last guttural, and the life leaves him.
Oh my God. Appreciate
Wild
that
shape.
Foley work. Oh my God.
I wild shape out of the spider and just look at Valendress like, God damn, man.
Captain Hellman looks at you and goes, "Oh, I don't like that," and he just turns around and.
No.
Gellin makes another death saving throw.
Dying.
He failed it, by the way.
Oh no. I can cast Cure Wounds. I have that spell.
Okay, yeah. We're out of initiative order. You can run over and cast Cure Wounds on him.
Yeah.
As you do that, we are going to go ahead and pop a quick break now that we're right out of combat. Don't go too far, anyone. We'll be back very soon. Thank you so much.
ship was the belly of tea. The winds blew hard, her bow did down. Oh, blow me, bully boys, blow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. She had not been 2 weeks from shore when down on her a right whale bore. The captain called all hands and swore he'd take that whale in tow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Before the boat had hit the water, the whale's tail came up and caught her. All hands to the side, harpooned and fought her when she dived down low. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. No line was cut, no whale was freed, and the captain's mind was not on greed, but he belonged to the whaleman's creed. She took that ship in tow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go.
Streams.
Hello, welcome back. Thank you so much for sticking with us, throughout the break. We are going. Oh God, I have to clear the map. Oh no. There we go. I'm very prepared. We are jumping right back in after a short break, after a quick combat with the recently discovered to be cannibal Gunther. How's the party feeling? What are we up to?
I still need to roll to heal.
Perfect. Yeah, you work on that. Captain Hellman is sitting there, just kind of trying to not vomit more after what Valendrus just did, and also next to the rotting corpse. You can see he's not looking super good. He's lost a lot of blood, but apart from that, he seems to be stable.
Kamos wants to like rip off a part of his clothing, duck it like a sleeve or whatever, to try and make a makeshift bandage.
Gotcha. Okay. You can give me a medicine check.
Be good. Oh, that's a nat 20.
Ooh. That 20 is
We love
very
that.
good. We love that. All right, Galen comes back up with how much was that? 16?
16.
Very nice.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I will say on that nat 20 for Captain Hellman, as you're going to bandage him, you notice something a little deeper than just the trauma wound that he has. Captain Hellman has been wearing a bit of a, not necessarily a captain's hat, but more a fisherman's hat this whole time. And it seemed to have been put aside when he was dragged along by Gunther.
Mm-hmm.
And you see, clearing off the blood from his head, you see a familiar mark on his forehead.
Oh,
Kamos, does he notice that I notice?
He is a bit too far out of it to be able to really pay attention to his surroundings and to the people around him.
Okay, then we won't confront him at the moment. We just get him set up and just kind of whisper into his ear, "Hey, you said make sure we can trust the people who might betray us. This is part of it." And then Kamos is gonna look at Valendros and go, "Okay, so you knew this man? Who the fuck? How did you know? And what happened? Please fill me in."
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, we ran into him. He told us where the town was. He, I guess, was the the hunter for the town and brought
Oh,
all their
God.
food.
We ate people.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh God.
we did.
You're cannibals now?
Oh.
I don't know. No,
This is
It
a bad
was-
choice for you. You do not wear it well.
Oh, this
very
sucks.
very good meat, but I won't be partaking in it anymore.
We're at the beach, right?
You are at the beach.
I'm gonna start gurgling salt water.
Gellin thinks for a second to stop you because that's how you get diseases, and then realizes you're a saltwater elemental, so he doesn't care anymore.
Oh God. I ate people.
Gellin just kind of walks over, starts patting you on the back, and goes, "Yeah, well, the thing is, mate, that I'm a fish person, kind of. My racer, we're kind of fish people, and people eat fish all the time, and so do I. So I wouldn't worry too much about it, you know?
Yeah, but do the fish have like a consciousness and they talk to you?
Yes,
Oh shit! What?
yeah, I can talk to fish.
Why? We fought a fish.
We did. He was very upset, and also
I mean-
not technically a fish. It's a different thing, but I understand.
This
People kill
sucks.
people all the time, I suppose. But also, ugh. So, what happened, my friends, while I was out? Anything interesting?
I'm now a vegetarian.
Did we get? I mean, yes, clearly. Did we get the things that? Did we get the ingredients that we needed for the spell?
Yeah. Yeah, we did, and also, did some other cool things too. I don't want to get into it really because we kind of turned the town upside down on itself, and
I honestly
I
think
s-
we should just burn the town down at this point.
How? Really? Things went that far south, huh?
They had. They were haunted by an invisible creature that was following on the orders of some magic necklace.
Oh,
I hold
geez.
up my cloth bag that
Oh,
has
my.
the necklace in it. There was affairs. There was murders. There was cannibalism.
But you killed a monster, yes?
Oh yeah, no, we killed the monster.
I mean, it sounds like we've done our good deed for the day. How about we get Captain back to the ship and we make our way home?
Yeah, I don't want to be on this island anymore.
Big air quotes as Kamo says home.
Captain Hellman, can you still steer the ship?
Captain Hellman looks at Valendris as you say that, and you see he kind of winces in pain for a second, then looks at Kamos, and Valendris and Rune, you see Captain Hellman just shares like a knowing nod at Kamos for a second, and says, "Of course I can. What good am I if I can't?" And he stands up, gathers his resolve, and starts walking down the beach.
I'm gonna lean into Kamos. Are you sleeping with him?
Not yet.
Sometimes a captain must be willing to die before his crew. And
It's not a
Well.
no.
he is our captain.
No, it's not a no.
Perfect.
Very well. Captain Hellman starts to make his way just the fastest route down the shore towards where the Sweet Marianne is docked. Docked, more just, anchored in place. Does the rest of the party follow?
Yep.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh no! I have to go back to the town to get Henry.
Oh,
Yes.
shit.
Yes.
You almost got me there, Jenny.
Yeah, all right.
I share that with the party. I have to. I gotta get Henry. I'll be back, or do you guys want to? I don't.
Oh,
know.
hey. Well, get Henry, and I suppose right before we leave, we should talk. But yes, get Henry. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go
Alright.
get Henry.
All right, is everyone going to get Henry, or are we splitting up?
I'll go with-
Split.
Okay, so Kamos, Gellin, and Captain Hellman head to the Sweet Marianne. Rune and Valandris head to go pick up Henry.
Yeah, the two people with a single brain cell between them.
Perfect.
Yes. Look, you have
4
very
HP.
explicit directions. Go get Henry, come back.
Yeah. All right. We will do that. Valandris and Rune, you make it back to the town to see that the rest of Vep's log cabin, more just, thatch roof and everything has kind of disintegrated into the ground, and there's nothing left. The sheep have been successfully corralled into a corner corralled into a corner, by Henry and Guthrie. Henry has healed the wound in Guthry's hand to allow him to more easily wrangle sheep, but the sheep appear to be safe. The rest of the town is starting to come out as dawn starts to break.
Henry.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I guess you don't want to be. We're leaving. Let's go.
Oh,
Come on, this town fucking sucks.
Oh, right. Okay. And Henry gathers his things and comes along after you.
I'm gonna go to Guthrie real quick.
Guthrie?
Perfect.
Yeah, you got
Guthrie. Yeah. I'm just gonna point at him. No more murdering people, got it? Or we will come back and burn this place to the ground.
it. You'll what? I mean, yeah, you've... Okay.
Metaphorically.
No, I mean it. If we hear you kill another person, to eat them, or because your marriage sucks, I'll hunt you down.
I understand. Okay, I'm sorry. I won't do it again.
Also, don't eat people. Goodbye.
What? What does that mean? And he shouts at you as you walk away.
Gunther was feeding you people. Bye.
Oh no! Why did you tell them that? Listen, some things people don't need to know. You know.
They need to know this island sucks.
You guys see Petal watching you guys from the back of her and Guthrie's shack, and you can see she has a hastily put together backpack full of things.
Petal, you want to come with?
Guthrie goes, "What? What do you mean?" And Petal just ducks behind the house.
Comfrey, was I asking you?
Why are you talking to my wife?
Because
And
you're
where
a
is
piece of
she?
shit. Literally, if you're gonna control her, I'm gonna kill you right now.
Rune, can I just have a conversation with you real quick?
Yeah. 1 second.
What do you mean control her? She's my wife.
Okay.
Okay, well, that's okay. You gotta. I know that's probably eating at you, but I'm like dying, for one.
Right.
Two, he needs to pay, and if you kill him, then the town can't be mad at him, and I'd rather have the town be mad at him than him be dead, because I don't feel like him dying is like enough punishment. You know what I mean?
Fair enough.
I feel like, yeah, just let him be and let the town be mad at him, and he's got to suffer here forever or move out on his own, either way. But I think that's the best, and he's losing his wife, and we saw her. I feel like that's the best punishment.
All right, fine. Petal went towards the fucking pond to see if she could get something to kill you. You might want to go get her.
Oh. Right. Have happy sails? And he sprints off towards the pond. Petal, looks at him run away and then looks at both of you and just kind of, nods and then starts walking into the woods.
Do you think we should bring her with to the main island?
Well, let's ask her.
Petal.
You want to go run up and catch up to her?
Yeah.
Okay. You do that, and Petal says, "Oh, thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. Can I help you with anything? You seem like, it's not really a good time. I need to be going."
Well, yeah, we have a boat that's going to the mainland. Do you want to come with?
You would do that for me?
Yeah.
Oh, this has been such a it's been such a busy couple of hours. Thank you so much. I'd be happy to come.
Yeah, come on.
And she follows the rest of you. Kamos, Captain Hellman, and Gellin, you guys are heading down the shore. You can see the Sweet Marianne in the distance. It looks like it has been completely unharmed. Gunther doesn't eat boats, so, you know, don't ask questions. And
Well, I mean, you know, you can sell it, right?
yeah, pretty much.
Something.
And you can see that in the distance, those are there. As you approach it, what's your passive perception, Kamos?
Only a 12.
Okay.
So you don't have to tell me anything.
You guys make your way up to the boat. You can see Captain Hellman. You can clearly tell, like, he's putting on a brave face. He's not doing great, but he's going to push through. Like, he's going to push through no matter what. He makes his way up to the helm and says, "All right, time to start getting everything ready. We best be away from this island sooner rather than later. This is a dangerous place."
Yeah. Why do you all not trade with the village in here? We heard no warning about, you know, a village happening here, living here. So, what's the deal with them? Do you know?
These are, to my understanding, these are native folk. They were here longer than the Corregent. So, the Corregent has been trying to push some folks out, and they didn't take kindly to it. So, a lot of us fine fishermen of Port Calano took an agreement with the Corregent to kind of map out a bit of the area, and, you know, we maybe didn't mention that there was a village on Tiversard. And if we were to start trading with them, we would have to mention it. And he kind of taps the side of his nose and starts leaning on the wheel a little bit.
Fair enough, but also that would have been nice to know, you know. Anyways,
It's not.
okay. What?
Go on. Sorry.
What do you need us to do to get the ship shipping ready?
He starts barking out a couple of simple orders, like tie this down, loosen this rope, grab some supplies from down under or from under the deck. He just starts barking some orders at Kamos and Gellin and gets everything to work. As this happens, Rune, Valendress, Henry, and Petal kind of catch up to the rest of the group and board. And with their assistance, I'll ask this, actually. Who here has proficiency in water vehicles?
I do.
Nope.
Gellin does as well.
I think I know I don't have it necessarily marked down, but I feel like we discussed Kamos having proficiency in water vehicles.
We did. I believe you do.
Okay.
So I think Valendress is the only one that doesn't. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm not making you guys roll for anything. I'm just kind of curious who has proficiency. So Valendress, you find yourself similarly to at the beginning of the campaign when you weren't quite able to pretend to know what you were doing. It's not that you're incapable of following instructions, just that you have difficulty doing things as fast as everyone else as you're still learning. Yeah. Gellin does what he can to try and literally show you the ropes, just be like, all right, this is the type of knot you need to be able to tie for this. It's easier to go up rigging if you do it this way. And he just starts walking around and kind of showing you how to do some things.
Oh, Valendros is just not paying attention. But
Perfect. At this point, Gellin has put 7 points of lay on hands into you.
oh, what a guy!
What a guy.
What a guy.
Perfect. So that puts you at what, 9?
11 from 4.
11. You'll love to see it. Okay. And the group gets ready to depart. Is there anything you guys want to do or say to each other before you fully leave Tiversard?
Oh, Kamos, this is Petal. Her husband sucks, so we're taking her to the mainland away from him.
Yes, they've been very kind to me, and I would really appreciate passage. I won't be in your way, I promise.
It is charming to make your acquaintance. My crew is rightfully so. Quite amazing. Please, let us be your hosts for the night.
Yes,
Um,
thank you.
Hey, while you're setting up, let me talk to my friends and Kevin Mason. And like Kamos is gonna like motion and try and get everyone to gather up. I guess near the wheel, ship wheel, which I should know the name
Okay.
of.
The
but
helm.
Thank you. Look,
We're all boat people here.
That's where Captain Helmet
420s
is.
don't really have a helm, but hey, oh boo. So we get up and Kamos is gonna go. Hey, so real quick, while you guys were on the island, did you happen to see a thing that looked like a if I use the word centaur, will everyone know what they mean?
I'd say
Going to assume so.
you might have a wider understanding of different cultures just because of your opportunity to learn more about the world from where you came. But I would say it would be something from legend. Like
Mhm.
everyone would have probably heard the word centaur and kind of understand what it's supposed to mean. But you might be the only one that knows that they're a real race of people.
Did you all happen to see a centaur, but one that instead of having a human head had a stag's head? Anywhere on the island?
We
Oh,
saw
like-
one with a deer head.
That's the same thing.
All right, fine, I guess. I don't know animals.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Where
there
did
was
you
a
see
statue.
this?
In the pool. It had this necklace on it. I hold up the pouch again. It took over a mind, right, Rowan? Jess?
That was you and Galen up. I mean, oh well. I mean, I
It
guess
took
the
over
one.
your mind.
Yeah, the one that I wore. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
weird.
the necklace was on this statue, according to Fuck Nugget, aka Gumfrey. Gumfer.
Guffrey.
Guffrey.
Gunther's the cannibal.
Yeah.
Guffrey is the tanner, husband of
Okay.
Petal.
Yeah.
Don't come at me in the comments for these names. This is Tovy's fault.
At you in the
Guthrie.
comments, I'll come at you in real life for sticking with these. You're the DM now. Change them.
You're the
Confused.
captain now.
Did you miss me? Did you miss Gellin last week trying to change Gunther's name to Gunthriol or Gunthriax or Gunthrenthriol?
I wanted it so much. That was so good.
Come along, come along.
Yeah, the Tanner man. He murdered a man
Hmm.
because of the necklace.
Well, I should share with you all. On the way from the boat, when I was trying to meet up with you, I fell into a dream and I saw such a creature.
Oh,
Except
shit.
it didn't look like what I would expect from a creature. I couldn't tell if it had normal eyes, and instead it has a big black eye right in the middle of its forehead. One that is unfortunately exactly where our foreheads are, and I feel that
Where your
whatever the
black
thing
mark
that is-
is.
I feel unfortunately that we are treading into extremely dangerous waters. I might know.
You
Oh, hey.
guys are going
Is
into
Helen-
extremely dangerous water. I don't got one.
Helen looks like or the hell. God, I can never
Helm.
remember names.
Hellman?
Captain Hellman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is looking wherewithal and everything, right?
Correct. He's
gained
not
his
doing
legs. Okay, while I'm like there, I'm just gonna be like, oh, by the way, and like lift up and just kind of show this. We might be in the same. We are kind of in the same boat. Eh?
Captain Hellman looks at you and just kind of you see his face goes a little red from embarrassment, and then rubs his forehead, and realizes the fact that like it all comes together. Is like, oh, they can see it, and you see he goes, oh, right.
Well, It's bandaged now. Don't forget, right? I'm sure my bandage went over that because he was
It
bleeding from
did,
his
yeah.
head.
It did.
Yeah.
Sorry. So he rubs
And
his
we
head.
still have our bandanas on, so
Correct.
Mhm.
He
he doesn't
says,
see our black spot.
You have it too. And he points at his
Unfortunately.
forehead. So you've seen it. The ship at night. No one knows its name. We just know that it curses us.
I
Yeah.
hear it rather quickly drives people mad. How have you survived so long? We just gained our marks a few days ago.
It's best not to talk about such things, I feel. I promise I'm of sane mind. I just. Everyone reflects on their life differently, and.
Hmm.
And
Did
after.
you see the stag monster?
You see his eyes kind of go wide for a second, and then he rushes to the side of the boat, to port side of the helm, and vomits over the edge.
Oh shit.
Hmm.
Do you think that's because of the head injury or bringing it up?
Did you touch him?
Me? No.
No.
Not recently.
Hellman wipes his mouth and looks up at you and says, Did you, boy?
No. Not yet.
Stay away, Kamos. Don't let it out.
Is that what happens to those that give up?
I only
know?
knew briefly, and you see tears start welling up in his eyes. My sweet Marianne, she...
He's got it. Kamos reaches up and grabs him on the shoulder and says, "You are a strong and good man. Do not worry. Do not hurt yourself further."
He nods and wipes the tears from his eyes, and says, Right, yes. Galen, boy, that mast needs to be tightened down. Rune, if you could kindly help Miss Petal to below deck and help her find a comfortable place to keep her things. Valandra, stick with Galen. He'll show you what he can. Kamos, stick with me for a second.
Okay.
And as he starts barking orders, you see Kamos, he kind of literally takes you under his wing for a second and starts just, every time he barks an order at Gelen or Rune or Valandras, when Rune comes back up board, he briefly for a second turns and explains what he's saying, less than just explaining the details of I'm telling them to do this because this is how the boat works. He starts explaining
more the psychology.
He's like, I'm telling Gelen to do this task because I think he'll react this way to it, and I'm telling Valandris to learn from Gelen because Valandris is new, and it'll be good to have an experienced sailor who is generally well-meaning teach him how to do things. And Rune very much gets along with Petal, so I wanted them to keep track of Petal and this and this and this. And so he starts explaining things as he goes. And
I'm gonna
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna send Kamos a little wink as I notice him being led around. Hey, wasn't a no.
Kamos is gonna give back that look of it's really happening. Ah!
And before long, the ship is ready to sail. Captain Hellman looks at the crew and says, Well done, all. Well done. We'll be setting off for long, just a few minutes. And should be about a day's journey back to port. You'll want to be dropped off in Lowtown, I presume. And he kind of just nods knowingly. And he says, All right, everyone to their stations. And he kind of points you all to where he wants you to be. And Kamo says you go to take a station. He kind of grabs you and says, Not you, boy.
Oh.
Oh.
I need you to take the helm for me. I need you to take the helm for me for just a few minutes.
Oh, of course, of course. You've had a trying time. It can be hard to move this ship, to move this, the wheel. Yeah, Kamos walks up and nods his head to him knowingly and grabs a hold.
Perfect. He stands by you for. I assume everyone wants to set off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. He stands by you, Kamos, for the first couple of hours, and just kind of points out certain things. Go and give me a water vehicles check with advantage as he's helping you.
Okay.
So that's going to be, we're going to do your choice of either intelligence or dexterity plus your proficiency in water vehicles with advantage.
Okay, so I'll barely need it. The first one was a 19. The second one was an 8. So that's we'll make it an intelligence on there. So that's a 25.
Very good. It is smooth sailing as you depart from Tiversard. As the sun starts to glare down on you, as it starts to rise in the distance, the crew of the Sweet Marianne sets off. It's an uneventful couple of hours. It's a lot of busy work to do on the ship. While things are running smoothly, Captain Hellman still barks out orders for people to do. Just kind of busy work, just keeping the ship in top shape and making sure everything's working well. And he just leaves Kamos at the helm and starts walking around and pointing out things to Valandras and Rune, who are the two newer sailors, and just starts pointing things out to them. You see he goes below deck for about 30 minutes and comes back with Petal next to him, and he starts pointing some things out to Petal. You see he's kind of just corralled her and said, if you're on the ship, you're helping, and starts pointing her out.
Through a difficult day, and he's making her work.
She seems very willing to do it. She's very thankful for the ride. And he's not giving her difficult tasks. He's giving her showing her simple things that can be done, like help, tidy up this rope so no one trips over it, help organize some of this fishing equipment, make sure it's, ready for if we need it.
Valandros is complaining to Galen that he doesn't get those easy tasks.
Gellin just kind of goes, trust me, if we all started with easy tasks, then sailing would be a very interesting adventure.
Fair enough.
And two of you continue to work on things, and you can tell that things are going pretty smoothly. In this time, it's going to be about, not like a full long rest, but this is definitely a short rest. You can take whatever hit dice you want to use. You can go ahead and do that.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely use all of those.
Very good.
I only ever really took damage in spider form. I think I'm good.
Very nice.
Jesus.
Druids.
Right. Jerks. Over the so we've gotten to port now, yeah?
Not yet.
Okay. Okay.
It's about a full day's travel on the trawler specifically, because it's not a very fast vessel.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So you left at dawn. It's starting to hit not quite dusk, but you can see Port Kailano in the distance, the low town, and you can see the sun is starting to drop from the sky. You all, Kamos, you're at the helm. Gellin has taken Valandris up to the crow's nest to kind of start pointing things out. And Petal has come to you, Rune, to ask for more things to do. You can see she's kind of stepping into this very gracefully. After she started with the simple tasks, she immediately started asking around to do the more complicated or more difficult things, and she seems very capable at it. Kamos, you see Captain Hellman kind of pats you on the shoulder and says, "You're doing fine. Steady hands. Very well done." And he steps back to the aft of the ship and just kind of sits near the edge, and you can hear he starts humming a little tune. It's kind of hard to make out exactly, but after a little bit, The entire party can just kind of hear over the calm ocean waves. Hear Captain Hellman sing. Across the waves and the sea of grey, there will be a merry tidings. At last, my dear, there'll be freedom here at the helm of my sweet Marianne. Give me sweet meat and fruit and bitter-sweet root. I'll be there for much longer. Tonight I will sing and dress up for spring to be meeting my sweet Marianne. To be meeting my sweet Marianne. And after that stops, Kamos, you hear nothing for a few seconds, and then you hear a splash in the water as Captain Hellman tips overboard.
Oh shit!
No,
Well,
you
fuck.
can't. No, because I just said I'm in love, and now he's. Oh my.
How is that supposed to be a thing? No. Go rush over and try and like mage hand some rope. Is there rope on deck?
There's plenty
Can
of rope on deck.
Can I jump overboard after
You-
him?
You jump overboard after him. Gellin and Valendris are both on the crow's nest, so it's going to take you some time to get down. Rune jumps out over him. Kamos, you try and grab some rope to toss, I assume, to Rune.
Yeah, of course. This is such a change. Like, fully Kamos was standing there with like hands on the wheel, just a melancholy smile, eyes welling with tears
Right.
at like, this reflection of a life. And holy shit, no!
Rune, as you jump down into the water, go ahead and give me a medicine check.
Okay. He can't die. I need them to be together. Okay, I have a +6 in that.
Kamos, while this is happening, give me a perception check as well.
Jeez. You're gonna
I
tell
got
me,
a
oh,
15.
no. Johnny, I got a good one, and you're gonna tell me bad things. That's an 18.
Okay. We'll kind of figure these things out at the same time.
Okay.
Kamos, as you go to mage hand a rope to you, you notice in your shirt pocket there's something in there that wasn't there a moment ago.
Oh, okay.
Rune, as you catch up to Captain Hellman, you see that he's fully limp. Kamos, do you reach in to grab the thing out of your pocket?
Absolutely.
You pull out a little note that is curled up and tied with a string.
Open it, obviously.
Mhm.
What's in there?
The note is written in ink, and it just says, "My boy Kamos, my sweet Marianne needs me. I trust that you and your crew will take her back home safely. But for one such as I, born of the sea, I won't die on land." And as you read that portion, Rune, you check his vitals, and you see reaching out of the black mark on his forehead, kind of bleeding into the skin around it, a kind of continuation of the mark starts stretching around his body in inky splotches, around his head, leading down to his neck, and down to a pool of blood where his gut is, and you can see that he's stabbed himself. Kamos, you read on as you continue. "The boat's yours. You'll know what to do with it. The marks, they can be treated, but they never go away. It's preventative. I don't know if there's a cure, but there is a There's a remedy that can sate it, and it works for a while, but it never works for long. My sweet Marianne and I were cursed at the same time. And Rune, as you check, you find that Captain Hellman has stabbed himself in an attempt to not allow the madness to take over to cause any of you any harm.
I don't even check to see if he has a pulse. I just kind of let him go.
Gellin and Valendris make your way down from the crow's nest and run to the edge. Gellin also immediately jumps in. Valendris, what do you do?
But I mean, if I guess Kamos is reading the note, so I'm manning the rope.
Sure. You grab the rope from Kamos's mage hand and start tossing it to the rest?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Kamos, you read on and see... I don't know if it's true, but if it's something you find hope in, then I would be amiss not to tell you. Further on the Scattered Isles, there are places like Tiversard with relics of those things. I believe, I can't say for sure, but I believe they may hold the key to releasing the curse. I trust you to be the captain, and I entrust my sweet Marianne to you. She's not much, but maybe she'll help you for long enough. Hell, if you sold her for a better ship, I wouldn't be mad. As long as she puts in good work. Thank you for all you've done, and for showing me one grand adventure. Smooth sailing, Captain. And the letter ends.
Kamos takes a moment, closes it, and then shouts out up there. Galen, Rune, grab the rope and come back on. Let the man have his well-deserved rest.
You
I
can
need to go back home.
you can hear
I'm
from
already
behind
trying
you.
to get going.
Yeah. You can hear from behind you Petal is fully weeping, not really understand what's going on, but just from one emotional event to another is not having a great day. And you hear Gellin gets to Rune. You kind of explain the situation to him, and you see Gellin starts weeping and hears Kamos's order. And without wasting another second, starts swimming back to the boat.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, whenever I assume basically we're not going to do anything until everyone gets back on.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. We need. This was not fun, but we need to get home. Everyone, we have jobs to do. Get to your posts. Let's get her back safely to port.
Go ahead and give me, Kamos, go ahead and give me one water vehicles check without disadvantage. Or sorry, without advantage.
Okay, and I add proficiency in intelligence, yes?
That is correct.
That is a 19.
Okay. The port starts to approach, and a silent crew aboard the Sweet Marianne pulls into the docks of Lowtown, ties the ship in, and the sun starts to set. And that's where we're going to call it for today.
You dirty, dirty, dirty man.
The work.
Hot damn!
How could you do that?
Thank you so much for everyone who tuned in.
Um,
Yeah, I mean, I don't like you. I mean, I don't
you've done
know.
us dirty.
Yeah. Like, because the
Yeah.
biggest thing is like you were singing so beautifully too, and it was like making me like excited, and then I hate you. But it was so much fun, but I hate you.
You hate to see it.
All right.
Eco pointed out when I changed scenes, my mic isn't on that new scene, and I didn't realize it. So I was talking. I was talking to no one that whole time except for you guys.
Wait, after
part?
the note or
As soon as I changed scenes to stream ending, I'm gonna repeat myself just for everyone's convenience. I
Oh
apologize.
no.
Okay. Thank you so much for dropping by. Really appreciate it. We have a YouTube channel. All of our VODs go up onto that YouTube channel about 3 to 4 hours after the stream is over. And yeah, thank you so much. Next week we'll have Tovi back. We will continue Wednesday next week at 6 o'clock. And is there anything that everyone would like to say as a farewell? And now
I
just
can't trust you.
Oh. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, honestly, chat has been, I mean, just top tier as always. Thank you guys for the support.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, everybody.
All right. Signing off for now. This has been Luck Check. Thank you again. Thank you again so much for stopping by. We will see you next week. So long.
Bye.
Bye.